Hey there everybody, how's it going? It's me, your guy Waddles. Welcome to a brand new video. So in case you haven't heard yet, in the world of Minecraft, today is, well, it's kind of a big day, and that's a massive understatement in itself. I can only say really one thing right now. The thing is, well, it's just wow. Today, on February 5th, 2020, Snapshot 20w06a released. This snapshot is the first Minecraft Nether update snapshot, and it is massive. This snapshot is bigger than I think anyone would have ever guessed. In the snapshot, a bunch of new blocks were added, a whole new tool set, and a whole new armor set was added. There's also some cool terrain generation. In today's video, we'll be diving into this snapshot in its entirety and doing a quick overview, a quick breakdown of a lot of the features. If you like the video, do me a favor, drop a like and subscribe. Keep your eyes out for more Nether update videos coming from me. After I get this one out, I'll be working on another one that'll come out in the next few days. So definitely, don't forget to subscribe. So myself and a lot of other people kind of knew that a snapshot was coming soon, but nobody knew that it would ever be this big. In this snapshot, we got all of this stuff in here. That's right, 2 brand new wood variants, and this stuff as well. We also have a first look at the Nether update mobs, and that's actually where we'll start today. This guy right here is the Hoglin. Now, as of this snapshot, the Hoglin doesn't really do anything at all, but it looks sweet. I've got to say, the fin on top of it with the red, I don't know. That's really cool looking, but the Hoglin doesn't really do much right now. So it's here, but it's also not really here quite yet. Eventually, this will be a food source. Before we do all of the other individual breakdowns, take a look at all of the blocks right here, or at least most of them. The blocks all, as a whole, look really cool. I mean, the new tool set and the new armor set, the stuff is better than diamond, and it definitely looks better than diamond in my opinion. It's really awesome looking. But let's go ahead and take a look at the new red blocks, as we'll call them. Now there's a lot to take in today, so we're going to kind of quickly go over things. This new mushroom, this guy right here is known as crimson fungi. This grass looking stuff is known as crimson roots. This block, the red one right there, is known as crimson nylium. And then finally, these vines, the vines that were teased earlier on Twitter, are known as weeping vines. So interestingly, as of this snapshot, the vines are actually harvested with your hand. You don't need shears to harvest these things. Now these things can be found growing from the bottom of blocks. Also interestingly, these vines cannot be climbed. You cannot interact with these in any way other than harvesting and placing them. I do not believe they are used in any crafting recipes right now. This block right here is crimson nylium. To me, it sort of looks like grass, but unlike grass, this block will not spread on its own. To grow crimson nylium, or to spread it, you'll need bone meal and open netherrack. If there is a crimson nylium within 1 block of a netherrack and you use bone meal on that netherrack, crimson nylium will grow and spread. If crimson nylium is not right next to the netherrack and you use bone meal on it, nothing will happen at all. Now this sort of just looks like a grass plant to me. I'm not too sure, if I'm being honest, what it's for yet, other than maybe decoration. It does look pretty sweet though. Now, the crimson fungi. The crimson fungi, when bone mealed, grows into that giant tree over there, but there's a catch. If you bone meal the stuff when it is placed on grass, which by the way you can place it on grass, nothing will happen. The crimson fungi needs to be planted on crimson nylium for it to grow into a gigantic tree just like that. After growing the stuff, you can then chop the tree down for the wood. The wood is this stuff right here. These blocks are just nether wart blocks. Now, growing, I guess, inside of the trees are shroom lights. Shroom lights are a new natural light block. If we flip things over to nighttime, you can see that this block is indeed giving off light. Now this block received a lot of comparisons to glowstone, but in-game it actually doesn't look too much like the stuff at all. Maybe it was just the screenshots, but yeah, doesn't look like glowstone at all. Now the blue blocks. The blue blocks are generally known as warped blocks. The mushroom is known as warped fungi. This stuff is warped roots, warped nylium, and then actually nether sprouts. So no warped stuff here, but it is blue, so I'm grouping it in here together. Now the trees look amazing. The warped nylium spreads in the exact same way that the crimson nylium spreads. You'll need bone meal and netherrack to grow the stuff. The mushroom growth is also exactly the same. They won't grow on grass, but if you place them on warped nylium and bone meal them, they'll grow into gigantic trees. Now that is one derpy looking tree. Interesting. The block that makes up the leaves of these blue trees is known as the warped wart block. It uses the exact same texture as the nether wart block, but it's blue. Both the crimson and the warped nylium will not go away if a block is placed directly above them. Now, as you can probably guess, the two brand new wood types come from the two brand new tree types. Meet Crimson Wood and Warped Wood. These colors are intense. These colors are unlike anything that we have so far in the game, other than maybe Acacia Wood, but this time the colors are actually good. No hate, Acacia Wood, it's just kind of intense and hard to work with sometimes. So this is Crimson Wood. Crimson Wood is purple. The door looks really cool, and the bark is awesome. Now this bark texture, if you look closely, is actually animated. It looks like it's glowing, like lava or something from the inside of the thing, which is sweet. Now the tops of these logs look like purple logs. Nothing too special going on there. You can strip these logs, or technically stems, to create stripped versions of the blocks. The stem blocks can be crafted down into planks just like you can do with normal logs. You can then craft the planks into staircases or slabs and these other variants right here. So we have a door, a sign, a button, a pressure plate, and a trap door. Everything here looks really clean, especially the door and the trap door. These blocks look very nice. And now the warped wood. The warped wood is intense. I mean, look at the stuff compared to oak wood right there. That is very blue. I'm definitely very excited to get to build with this stuff. It will match pretty much perfectly, I think, with any of the cyan blocks, or at least most of them. The trapdoor is really cool looking. The door is awesome looking. This is like mystical. It makes me think of some sort of maybe like swamp or magic, or I don't even know, but it's crazy looking. Again, we have a beautifully animated stem, if I do say so myself. This time it looks like we have water inside of this block, which makes me think of prismarine. I think these blocks will look really nice with prismarine. The tops are just normal blue logs. Again, you can strip the stems to create stripped stem variants. Both variants also come with brand new fence and fence gate variants. Next up, we have the basalt block. This is the block right here that is found in soul sand valleys connecting the floor to the ceiling. Now, this block behaves kind of like logs when placed. It can be placed in different directions, which is pretty cool. The texture sort of looks like logs. I think this is going to make a very nice building block. Just about wrapping up the new blocks, take a look at the soul soil block. This stuff is found in the soul sand valley biome. The stuff is really wavy looking and I love it. If you light a fire on top of this stuff, the fire becomes blue. Now this fire is definitely still dangerous. Don't stand on this stuff, you'll be lit on fire. But interestingly, when you are lit on fire, you burn in the normal fire color. Hopefully the devs change that. I think that would be a nice little attention to detail type of thing. But yeah, definitely be careful around this stuff. Soul Soil does not slow the player down when walked on like Soul Sand does. Soul Soil is currently used in one crafting recipe. The crafting recipe is for the Soul Fire Torch. This is the Soul Fire Torch right here. Basically a blue torch that lets off a little bit less light. The thing looks really sweet though. Now the recipe is this right here. You'll need 1 stick, 1 coal, and 1 soul soil. Now after crafting a soul soil torch, you can turn that torch into a soul fire lantern. Even more beautiful. Crafting the soul fire lantern is pretty predictable. You craft it just like you would craft a normal lantern. That looks really good. Elites, if you've been enjoying the video so far, do me a favor, help the video out by dropping a like. It seriously helps a lot. So all of those new blocks are cool and all, but they're, in my opinion, nowhere near as cool as this next thing. Say hello to Netherite, Minecraft's newest tool and armor variant. Now, one of my biggest requests, my biggest hopes, my biggest dreams for the Nether update was to see a brand new tool and armor type, and here we are, day 1 of this update cycle, and we got it. This is really amazing. Now, the stuff looks really cool, better than diamond armor, and it's actually better than diamond armor and diamond tools. Netherite will not burn in lava, which is really cool. That makes this stuff ideal for working in the nether. The stuff will just float in lava and burn, but it's not actually burning. You can then pick it up. That same effect, however, does not apply to you. If you are wearing netherite armor, you are still going to burn in lava. So yeah, it doesn't protect you from the fire, so be careful. This non-burning property is true for all netherite tools, netherite armor, netherite blocks, and even netherite ingots as well. The stuff will not burn up in lava, which is really nice. Netherite has a higher enchantment value than diamond, but not as high as gold. Netherite tools work faster and last longer than diamonds, so all around better. Now the durability is quite a bit higher here. Take a look at that. That's about 500 higher. That is a lot, especially if you get Unbreaking 3 on these things. That becomes a lot. Now the weapons will deal more damage than diamond. In this chest I've laid everything out from worst to best, and as you can see here, the Netherite sword has 8 attack damage while the diamond one has 7. The Netherite axe has 10 attack damage, while the diamond axe has 9. So slightly better than diamond here, but that one extra point is actually a lot. Netherite armor has a higher toughness and better durability than diamond armor as well. Netherite armor will also grant you knockback resistance, so when you're shot with an arrow, you'll bounce back a little bit less. This knockback resistance is without any enchantments too. That is amazing. This is how you add a new armor set, Mojang. I love this. This is beautiful. Now, getting your hands on Netherite tools or armor is not going to be easy. There is a process. This is the process right here, how you make Netherite. First, you'll need to find this stuff low down in the Nether. The stuff is known as ancient debris. After mining the stuff, head back to your base and find a furnace. You need to refine the stuff inside of the furnace to turn it into Netherite scrap. To speed things up, you could definitely use a blast furnace. After smelting this stuff up, you'll have Netherite scraps. This is what the stuff looks like right here. Now take 4 Netherite scraps and 4 gold ingots and put them inside of a crafting table. When you do this, they will combine into a single Netherite ingot. This recipe is shapeless. You can put them wherever you'd like and it'll work. Now you have 1 Netherite ingot. Now I really like how Mojang handled this next part. Instead of just taking a bunch of Netherite ingots and putting them in a crafting table and making a piece of armor, you actually need to upgrade a diamond thing into a Netherite thing. So take a piece of diamond armor, a diamond tool, or a diamond weapon, put it inside of the crafting table with a single Netherite ingot, and boom, there you go. Now as of right now, you can actually upgrade broken things as well, and the durability is actually healed, which is kind of weird in my opinion. I'm sure that'll change, but that's how it works right now. Now, this is the same exact process for all of the variants here. All of the armor, all of the weapons, all of the tools. Personally, I love this upgrading mechanic. I think it's amazing. It definitely opens the door for more upgrades later on. With 9 Netherite ingots, you can craft this block right here. This is a very strong, cool looking block, but it'll kind of be expensive unless you have a crazy gold farm and a lot of time to go find that stuff. This is what the stuff looks like when it's enchanted in an item frame. Pretty cool. Now, I did a little bit of testing. The enchantments seem to be pretty much the same for all of these tools as they would be for a diamond, an iron, or any other tool when you're enchanting things in an enchantment table. These are all level 30 enchants right here. If you want to take a look at them, feel free to pause the video. But, yeah, the enchantments seem to be pretty much the same. So now a quick comparison test. With a diamond sword, this cow will despawn in 2 hits. With a netherite sword, the cow will also go away in 2 hits. Now a husk or a zombie. Husks or zombies will take 3 hits to kill with a diamond sword. With a netherite sword, that will be exactly the same. Now, let's take a look at a netherite sword with sharpness 5. Here we have an unsuspecting creeper, the poor guy. If we land a critical hit on the creeper, it will still actually not go away in 1 hit. So the 1 attack damage is big, but it's also kind of not at the same time. Where you're really getting the bonus here with a netherite sword is in the durability. The durability is, again, like 500 higher than the diamond sword. That's really good. Of course, the extra attack damage points will add up though, so if you're doing a boss fight or something like that, maybe the netherite sword is the way to go. Now let's go ahead and compare the pickaxes. So I found some obsidian. Obsidian is very slow to mine. It takes a lot of time, as you guys know, but we're going to go ahead and showcase it anyways. So right here is obsidian with a diamond pickaxe, now with a netherite pickaxe. Now the speed is going to be slightly faster, but really not noticeably faster. So there we go, netherite pickaxe mined the obsidian a little bit faster, but hard to notice. Now we have 2 pickaxes with efficiency 5. First the diamond one mines obsidian a lot faster, and then the netherite one right here. This is a lot faster as well. Again, kind of hard to notice. The speed is slightly better though with the netherite pickaxe, which is pretty cool. But to make things even cooler, we can actually drop this stuff in lava, and unfortunately that's going to go away. But this pickaxe, this one, those will come back. The diamond ones are kind of gone though, so a little bit of a bummer. So a full set of netherite armor on enchanted will give us a full armor bar. This stuff looks really, really good. I love the modeling here. I hope this doesn't change too much when the update actually reaches the release point, but overall, netherite tools, netherite armor, very, very cool. Now to wrap things up, it's time to go into the nether and explore a little bit. Alongside all of those new blocks, we do have a few new biomes introduced as well. Now, unfortunately, the nether kind of looks the same this time around. I did go in here and check it out, and I actually wasn't able to find the biomes anywhere, which was really, really interesting. Now, obviously, I've given myself night vision as well. That's what's up with this red hazy glow. It makes things a little easier to see, but as you can see here, there's not much new. Until there actually is. So if you're checking out the snapshot, give it a little bit of time, move around, and eventually you'll find something new. This right here is the Nether Wastes biome. Now, to get the full effect, we're going to go ahead and effect clear myself so we can see what this actually looks like. This place is really, really cool looking in my opinion. I love the blue trees. The blue trees are awesome, and take a look at the blue haze as well. They just popped in as soon as I entered the biome. So if we leave the place right there, everything's red. But as soon as we actually enter this biome, so the border is like right there, everything should turn blue, which is really, really cool. I love how this is done. This is amazing. Now, as you can see, there's particle effects in the air as well, which is really nice. I do have all of my particles on, though, so if you play on lower graphics settings, some of this stuff might not be here. Now, we actually have an interesting blend over here. This is a Soul Sand Valley biome right here. Things change to this blue haze, like, instantly. Now, I think that Mojang should try and create some sort of gradual fade. That would be good. Right now, it's pretty, it's weird looking, but it's really cool. Now, inside of the Soul Sand Valley biome, we have giant fossils and lots of soul sand. Blue fire is also all over the place, too. Now, the Soul Sand Valley biome is kind of messed up by the Nether Waste biome and this Crimson biome right here that is known as the Crimson Forest. So here's a little bit of the Crimson Forest right here. Inside of the Crimson Forest, everything is red, and there are lots of red warm particle effects. These red warm particle effects are really cool. Now take a look at the Soul Sand Valley biome. Soul Sand is on the ceiling and on the floor, which is really, really cool. The Soul Sand actually is a couple blocks deep as well. It's not just covering the surface, so if you need Soul Sand, this is definitely going to be the place to go now. Now, as of right now, that seems to actually be about it for new biomes in the Nether, but I'm sure that's going to eventually change because the Nether is crazy empty still. I mean, look at this. This is old Nether. Now, I'm sure some of the old Nether generation will stay, but it's really empty as it is right now, so I'm sure we can expect to see a couple more biomes. And this Crimson Forest, that is amazing looking. The generation is so cool. Inside of this biome, we actually can see some hoglins as well, which is really neat, but again, the hoglins don't really do too much quite yet. Oh wow, would you take a look at that? We have a nether fortress cutting through these biomes. That is really, really cool. Now, the final thing that I'd like to show you guys is where to find the ancient ruin block. This stuff is going to be deep in the nether, so we are currently definitely very deep in the nether. Now, we're currently flying around in Spectator. We are really, really deep in the nether. Currently, we're at Y14. Right over here is an ancient debris block. I just called it ancient ruins. It's debris. That's my bad. But the stuff does seem to be pretty rare. Now, this stuff is at Y11. There, that block is right there. I definitely plan on diving into these features a little bit more so I can give you guys more information, so keep your eyes out for future videos. Just know that right now, the stuff is really rare and it's very deep in the nether. I mean, take a look at this. This is right below a lava ocean. That's going to be hard to get to. That's going to be very, very hard to get to. Overall, if I had to rate this snapshot, this would be a solid 12 out of 10. This one is really, really cool and absolutely huge. If you made it this far in the video, big shout out to you. Thank you very much for watching it all the way through. Now, we're actually going to go ahead and do the outro right here in this biome because it's really, really cool. But first, wall blocks. Take a look at these. These are walls. Not that cool until you start stacking them and realize that the walls actually behave as walls now. This is another huge one, elites. That is really, really cool and another change in the snapshot. So, building with walls. This is about the closest thing we're ever going to get to vertical slabs, so pretty cool. But thank you all very, very much for watching this snapshot. If I missed anything major, I'll update a pinned comment down below the video so you can read it, check it out, and if that is the case, I'm super sorry about that. If you haven't yet, drop a like and subscribe. Keep your eyes out for more Nether update videos coming later this week and this weekend. Super hyped for it, and go have a good day. My name is Waddles, Nether update snapshot number 1.20w06a. Until next time, stay cool. Goodbye.